Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the much-delayed D&D with the Boys Sunday night. What's up, guys?
Hey.
We had a couple of weeks of impediments to playing, so no one remembers where they were or what's going on or what D&D is.
Guess you're so scared now.
Yeah.
I remember we were in the shaft.
Trying to find the egg.
Yeah. I probably should have prepared better and actually watched the end of the last episode to see exactly where we left off. But
I actually remember. We're good.
We had just killed Straud, if I remember.
Yeah, right. And you were celebrating on the farthest moon of Endor after the Death Star blows up.
I had entered the ball sack and rats attacked.
To bring this up to make it more sense of what we're talking about. Yes. So you were in the dining room to the left of the ball sack, and Big Will decided to storm into the next room and get attacked by a bunch of rats. They slammed the door behind him, and he kind of fought them on his own, and then came back out.
Yes.
And that's kind of where we ended things, I think.
And then we went to here, and we wanted to know if it had a true helmet, and we noticed this. So I guess we got to decide what we do now.
All right. So what do you do now?
So could we have a short rest, boys? I could use it.
I'm fine with a short rest if we're feeling like this is secure.
I don't know
no reason
that, but
I just don't know how we find any place in this place that's going to be secure. But if it's as big a castle as it appears to be, we're going to need rests.
Yeah, a short rest is just an hour.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't need to take one.
I do.
yeah.
Okay. If other people do too, then that's fine.
Is it for your?
Go ahead.
Is it Q? Is this for your health or is this for? I just want to know if fighting off the rats took a lot out of you. I don't know what.
Yes, it did. I'm very small, you see.
Yeah, I should have brought a cat with you, like Jimbei.
Oh, what happened to the?
I'm trying to reveal it, and there you go. I just wanted to make sure.
Oh, okay.
There was no confusion about that. There was something there.
Oh. So I mean, I don't necessarily need one, but we can hang out and let him try to rest. So if we think, or we could go. We got
I say we close these doors here, and I'll go to the left nut and just take the stairs.
The only reason why I said that is we only get, 2 short rests per long rest?
Well, and you're going to run out of hit dice too, so.
Remind me how the help thing works with hit dice on a short rest.
So you have, for every long rest, you have your levels number of your hit dice that you can roll to regain.
Yeah.
Hit points. So if you're level 9, you have 9 D whatever D6. I'm guessing for you, or is it D4?
Yeah. So I don't have 8 to use during the short rest. I only have how many?
No, you can use all 8.
You can use them. You can use all 8, but that means on a second
I have
short
a
rest.
pool, and I can use up to the max on the pool. But then I have to wait
per every. They refresh on a long rest.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, yeah. That'll really help.
All 8 now. Then it's not till after a long rest that you could use any again.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Works. So are we resting?
Well, the only person that needs it is you. That's the point. Is do we want to have me use another spell slot, and because I've only used one to heal you up more, so we don't have to take a rest yet.
So I'll be clear about something. I'll be clear about something. as I said before we went live, long rests are going to be near impossible. I am going to punish you every time you take a short rest. So you should use them like sparingly.
Yeah,
because
I don't think we need it. I think we just like what's your
something
health
bad is going to happen every time.
What's your health at?
Sorry, you didn't want to hear that. I'm at 32 of 50, but I also need a short rest for my spells.
I don't think you're going to get a short rest unless whatever Jimmy provides.
Sure, all I need is a good hour. Surely we can.
My point is, nobody else has used any. Like nobody else needs it yet.
Right, and we're going to get attacked if we do. So you get whatever Jimmy provides is what you get.
Yeah, I think we just wait on the short rest.
Okay.
And let me just use another spell slot to heal you a little more.
Okay. Well, okay.
This is what happens when you fight rats all by yourself.
Yeah.
Hey, I only used 2 spells.
Well, then, I mean, if you only use 2 spells, then you.
For the rats, I only used 2
Oh.
spells for the rats.
Well, how many other spells have you used?
I'm down 6.
Okay, I didn't realize you'd use that many spells because, yeah, I've only used 1 spell slot the entire time, which was healing you.
Yeah, I've been locating creatures. I was dispelling crap.
So you've been like, so you just need to be more conscientious about not using spells unless you really need to.
He's just
Until
trying to
we
jerk
can
off
do it.
everywhere. And he's just like,
Yeah.
getting too crazy with it.
So you're down how much? You're how low on health? I'm just trying to decide which level to go with.
Oh,
here.
on health, I'm 32 of 50. I'm not too bad.
Okay. Then I'll just use a first level on that real quick and get you a little more and get you a little closer. So that's 8 plus 5. Oh, if I hit the box instead of like. Okay. All right. 12 more.
Okay.
I rolled a 7 and it's plus 5. So.
All right. So you're going to venture forth in one direction or another?
Yeah, so do we want to keep working on this level or do we want to go up or down the stairs here? So we can go back across to the other side of the little
I'm
dice.
so down.
Q saying go down. Anybody else have an opinion? Should we clear this? Like,
We know Strahd was down from where we're at.
Right.
Whenever we
down.
Whenever we last.
When he
passed.
located him before, yeah.
He could have moved. Who knows?
Yeah.
So are we going down then? Right. Sounds like we're going down.
We're going down.
Okay.
Down.
Let's make sure I get the right.
Level.
Yeah. I think this is the right one. Because you had, after you went outside, you had gone up, right?
Yeah, we went up in the little side area behind the organ.
So if you
And-
like zoom out real quick, you can like we walked around the outside,
Yeah, and then came in at the top.
came in up above, and I don't remember us changing levels from where we walked around the outside.
All right, 1 second then.
Yeah, if you zoom out, you can see the whole path I think we took.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe not quite that much.
There was like the big hole.
Yeah, so we came we went around the outside and there was the big hole. Whoa. And then we just went in there. We didn't like change levels at that point.
Yeah, we're at the top. If this is the top, I mean, or
Well, obviously that staircase both went up and down.
yeah, this goes up. So we
But we went up the one staircase.
Okay, I
over
got it.
there.
I got it.
yeah, we're good.
Sorry. Oop. So you're there.
Okay.
Oh, so this takes us back down to where we went in the one room. Gotcha.
Not necessarily. There's this door we haven't been in.
No, I mean, but that's the same
That
level. where we
level,
went
yeah.
in-
Yeah.
when we went into the throne room or whatever.
Yeah, where I went and knocked over the chair.
I'd forgotten about that. So, listen at the door. See if we perceive anything.
Yeah, see if you can perceive.
Where's my perception? All right. 15. As I listen at the perception at the door there.
Yeah, you hear
The Agatha All Along theme song.
spoilers. Yeah, you hear kind of like what sounds like a quill scratching on paper.
Ooh.
Somebody's writing. I'm trying to think. I don't think I actually used that. Before we go through the door, should Jordan maybe detect magic on the other side of this door?
Oh, I see. You're detecting magic.
He apparently doesn't talk anymore, but he just sign language.
Ooh. do, 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 do.
No, I don't think so. Doesn't look like
It was
it.
Big Will all along.
No. All right, are we going to open this door? Or are we going to go back down to the first level?
Let's go in the door.
All right.
It could be fun.
It could be fun. Yeah, you had so much fun the last time you went through a door.
Yes, when I'm suggesting someone else open.
Okay, so you're going through the door?
Yeah.
Well, I'll open it up and see what I see.
Okay. Dusty scrolls and tomes line the walls of this room. More scrolls and books lie scattered on the floor around 4 heavy wooden chests fitted with sturdy iron locks. The only unobstructed floor space is directly in front of the doors to the east and west walls. In the center of this clutter stands a great black desk. A figure crouches atop a tall stool, scratching on seemingly endless scrolls of paper with a dry quill pen. Nearby, a tasseled rope hangs from a hole in the ceiling. And I will show you.
I'm sorry, you said what?
Said what part?
Who?
Excuse me?
It sounded like you said death itself was writing.
No.
No. I said, in the center of this cluttered room stands a great black desk.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense.
A figure crouches atop a tall stool, scratching on a seemingly endless scroll of paper with a dry quill pen. Nearby, a tasseled rope hangs from a hole in the ceiling.
So does this figure react to us opening the door?
He does. He looks up at you with a look of confusion, like, who the hell are you? But he doesn't address you.
How are you?
He says, busy, what do you want?
We're just a little bit lost. We're looking for the winery.
He gestures to a chain that's holding him to the desk. He says, I don't get around the castle much.
Oh. What do you do?
I am, I guess you could say, Strahd's accountant.
You seem like you're pleased to have that job.
Well, of course I am. He says that, but you can kind of see in his eyes that he may not really mean it.
Why does he keep you chained up?
Says, he kind of just shrugs.
What can you tell us of all these scrolls and tomes in here?
I can tell you they're none of your business.
Well, I figured that.
Would you like to be free?
He kind of shakes his head.
Shake. I assume no.
Yeah,
So you're into bondage.
very funny.
I'd like to minor illusion, if I can, the chains snapping off and the sound of them clanging on the floor, just to see what he does.
Okay. They appear to break and fall down, and he reaches like very quickly for the rope in the ceiling, but he then takes his hand away when he realizes that it wasn't real.
Aha! So what does that mean? You were going to pull that rope there when you thought you were free.
He says, well, it's a bit of a safety net.
Safety for whom?
He just kind of like crooks an eyebrow at you and goes back to writing.
I walk up towards him enough that can I see what he's writing? If anything, you said it was dry, so I assume he's just
You start walking towards him, and he reaches up for the rope again.
I stop.
He keeps his hand there, but doesn't do anything.
All right, I look around. Is any of this stuff familiar as far as? Let me see. I'd like to. Where's my stuff? Oh yeah, is any of it arcana? Like, can I tell? Hey, this might be a spell or something, or
You can roll like a knowledge check to see what you might be able to infer.
okay, knowledge. What is knowledge? Just straight intelligence.
Sure, that's fine.
Okay. It's like a 23.
Yeah. From the glimpses you can get from the desk and from other scrolls that have kind of come unraveled a little bit, they look just like accounting ledgers. They're just numbers and like an inventory list of treasure.
I'm going to hazard a guess there. You deal with numbers, is that right?
He says, I'm going to hazard a guess that you may want to take a couple steps back there, friend.
I take 2 steps back and go, well, I did what you asked. How about answering my question, sir?
He says, I already told you it's none of your business.
I don't want to know what you're writing, just about it.
He looks at you very confused and then just goes back to writing.
I am definitely mimicking the same look.
I think we're all mimicking that look.
In my mind, it was brilliant. Oh, wow.
Even the cat. See, the cat's like, wow.
The cat's even like, wow. Cat. Sir, I must say I'm a little confused by your manners here. You seem to be a prisoner. You seem to be somewhat unhappy in that situation, and yet, were we to try to set you free or help you, it seems like you would try to use the rope to warn others against us.
He says, You're quite the fool if you think anyone can be freed from this castle. Not that I want to be, though.
We're in the stairwell, or we're right there by the doorway to the stairwell, right? What is that? Is that a door across the way from the other side of the desk?
Yeah, into that throne room that
We were in earlier.
Yeah, that.
Okay. And there's no other doors or windows.
No.
Are we?
What's the point of going in this room?
Are we able to like huddle over here out of
We're
earshot?
going to go back into the stairwell.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing to do here, right? Because we can't cross this room without him getting all hot and bothered.
Yeah, but he's chained, so it doesn't.
We've already been in the throne room, right?
Yeah, the only thing about this room, besides the man that seems of any interest, there's 4 chests.
Oh.
Which I did mention in the description.
Yeah.
But Jordan didn't detect any magic.
Jordan didn't detect any magic in this room.
I'm
Probably just go.
4 heavy wooden chests fitted with sturdy iron locks.
with sturdy iron locks. Are the locks locked? I'd like to go and see.
Oh goodness!
So you walk towards one of the things, and
I'm also keeping an eye on this guy, like with my ears, like listening.
He chuckles at you. He goes, "Yeah, good luck getting into those."
All right. So
Do you care if we try?
Says,
Yeah.
I've been trying for years.
I go to the first one. Is it locked?
It certainly is.
All right. I'm going to use a cantrip if I can, and shocking grasp on the lock, if I may.
All right.
You see here what it does. Okay, lightning springs from your hand to deliver a shock to a creature you try to touch. I guess that means I can't use it, right?
I'll let you try to use it if you want.
All right. Make a melee spell attack against the target. You have advantage on the attack roll if the target is wearing armor made of metal, or I assume in this case if it is metal. On a hit, it takes 1d8 lightning damage, and it can't take reactions until the start of its next turn. It actually increases when I reach 5th level by a d8, so it'll be 2d8s if I hit. So I will roll. That'd be a 21 to hit.
Yeah, you hit it. I mean, not like you're gonna miss grabbing something.
Well, yeah, I know, but it says roll. I roll.
Well, you know. Then again, he could have rolled a 1, and I think that would mean he
13 lightning damage.
Okay. I mean, it's a metal lock, so it conducts the electricity and kind of just seems to, it kind of zaps around it like a Tesla coil, but doesn't open the lock.
Okay.
I'm gonna have Jordan detect. Like, I realize he didn't detect any magic again, but check the locks, and if not, crow smash.
After the guy in the room sees you do that, he goes, "Quit mucking about with those."
Why? You said you've been trying to get into them for years.
Yes, but they're not for you to get into.
What if we're just opening them for you?
He says, "If Straud wanted them open for me, Straud would open them for me."
Well, what if you don't really care what Strahd wants?
At that, I'd like to try again with a different cantrip.
When was the last time you saw Straud?
He comes by very frequently to check on me, make sure I'm doing his work.
As in, a couple times a day, daily. What are we talking here?
Typically once or twice per day, yeah. But I know he's not giving me all the information I need. It's the only frustrating part. I've told him you have to give me access to. Never mind. But if he wanted them open, he would open them.
So may I try once more?
If you want to.
Give you access to what?
With a
Jordan's talking to the guy still.
Yeah.
Okay.
He says, "I know he's hiding what riches from me. I know he's hiding his treasure. I don't know why, because he wants me to keep his books, but he won't let me see everything. I don't understand. But that's a problem between me and Straud, not a problem between me and you. Get the hell out of here.
I think it's like, I don't know. There's no magic. Most likely maybe it's I don't know. What do you guys think? Do we just leave or what?
Well, I'm going to try once more for the chest. I went ahead and rolled, and I'm doing Chill Touch, which is 2d8 necrotic damage. And that would be 11.
So you reach for the lock and you cast this, and you can't really. Metal does not respond to necrosis, so it does not unlock the lock. And the guy says, "It's your last warning. Get the hell out of here."
Oh, what? You tried to pull your thing now, but you're chained.
No, he can still pull the rope. He just didn't.
He can pull the rope.
Yeah. Like, what are you talking about? It's like he reached for it and then realized he was still chained and didn't pull it. He could.
I thought it was out of reach then.
No, it's directly above him. So
Yeah.
we can back up that comment.
Okay.
Okay. I say we go.
Yeah, I don't know that there's anything here worth messing with. Like,
I mean, maybe later, but you know.
yeah, I mean, we could come if we manage to defeat Strahd, we can come back, but let's set this guy free.
Down again then.
All right, so you want to go back down the stairs, or instead of
Wanna
back
go-
up, or through the rest of this level? Just making sure.
Or I mean, do we want to stay on this floor? We'd have to like get this guy's permission to go past him, obviously.
What's the? Can you zoom out some so we can see the rest of the map? I don't know what else was in here.
Yeah, a little further.
Just where we've been before.
Yeah, I know, but I didn't know what else was in that hallway.
What? How,
Okay.
you mean this
No, where the throne is.
hallway?
Or the room where the throne
All
is.
we know is that we haven't explored any of it. That's all we know.
That's why I was asking. I
I mean,
didn't
we
know.
can go back down to the first floor and work from there, or we can go back up to the third floor, or we can try to get this guy to let us go by without pulling his rope.
Do you mind if we go out this other door?
As long as you leave me be and go out any way you wish, then you're not my problem anymore.
Okay.
Is that what we want to do? Or
Or do we want to try these doors then?
I mean, we were here before, and then we kept going up, but we can keep going this way. Whatever you want works for me.
well, I meant the only reason why I was thinking that is we knew that Strahd was lower than where we was at whenever we went up to the top.
Yeah, I'm not ready.
But I don't know if he's this level or lower.
All right,
Are we going down, up, or through the door?
through the door.
Through the door. Okay, we all go through the door.
Okay. Hold on. So when you walk through the door, you see sitting in the throne, which is now upright, and he says, "You are terrible guests."
Oh, Strahd's in the throne? Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I invite you to my castle for dinner. You don't touch your food, and you come to my throne room and knock over my chair. You are not very good house guests.
It was an accident.
and I enjoyed the food, especially the wine.
Did you drink it?
Yeah, I drank it.
Okay.
Yeah, he was drinking the wine.
Oh yeah.
No, really. No,
Crow? Were you about to say something?
no, I was just. It was an accident.
He is prone to those.
Make a deception roll.
Eight.
He says, I'm going to call bullshit on you there, bud.
Yeah, you're right.
Give him some points for trying.
Have you given my offer any thought?
Not really.
Anyone else care to chime in?
We're still deciding.
Very well. I will give you a little more time, but please be more careful with your elbows and knees and what have you, and the pushing and the breaking.
Roger that.
And,
So
And
is
he-
this okay?
and he turns to Mist and goes to the floor.
Okay. So I'd like to mosey onto these doors and take a listen.
All right. Let's see here.
Yeah. I mean, I guess there was our. If we wanted to fight him,
Yeah, I was confused why everybody was like, "What are we doing here?"
I don't know. It was like I wasn't. I don't know. I wasn't necessarily looking to pick the fight there, but yeah, we probably. Yeah, I don't know.
I was not ready to fight.
I know you want your short rest, but we're not promising you.
That you're ever gonna. You may ever get it. Like we may never have the opportunity.
Oh, we'll have opportunity. The question is, will we make it through it without being interrupted?
Okay. Go ahead and make a perception roll on the door.
Yeah. FYI, I have horrible perception. Someone be ready to back me up.
Well, I'll cast the guidance thing on you so you can roll an extra D4.
Okay. $18.
Okay. The room seems very silent.
I crack the door open. What do I see?
You see another. Okay, I'll just do this so you can. You see another set of double doors directly across from you.
Okay, I open the doors fully then and back up. What do I see?
Well, nothing. If you back up.
Well, just like,
Like you don't step into the room, but you just step back. Okay.
Okay. So you see, I
It's
guess
a
like
hallway.
oh, good Lord. Okay, I step into this little hallway and I look right and I look left. What do I see?
okay. The doors open to reveal another set of double doors 10 feet ahead. Between these doors, a 10-foot wide corridor stretches north to south. At the end of the hall, floating in the dark, at each end of the hall, floating in the darkness, is a human skeleton clad in the rusted armor and tattered livery of a castle guard.
Here?
So there's
Here.
both of them. They're both skeletons, floating skeletons.
Do they do anything other than just float?
They do not react to you stepping into the room.
I step out and there's another set of double doors here. And there's some really weird floating guys. They haven't eaten like in years.
Sorry, I was on the on my map tab.
That's
so
okay. No, you're working. You're working.
We hadn't actually I noticed that you were missing, and I was like, oh, he dropped, and we're still going.
I didn't want you guys to know that I just bailed. I've been here. I've been watching.
So I guess.
So what do you guys say? I tell you about the skeleton.
They're not reacting to him being in the hallway. I guess I'll step in and listen at the other door. Do a perception check again.
All right.
21.
You hear what sounds like a low moan.
Okay. That sounds like
Jimbe, Jordan, Crow, guess.
all right. Should we gather around?
I have an idea. We need a few of us to go down to that skeleton and a few down to the other skeleton and see if they are going to do anything or not. And then make them like dead. And I can
just leave them.
a friend.
I mean, if they're not actually attacking us, do we need to like pick that fight? Unless we think we're gonna fight Strahd in this hallway, like where we think they might join in.
We can use them later, trust me.
Can use them.
Yes.
Well, maybe, or maybe he just raises them again for himself, and then we accomplish nothing other than fighting them.
Oh, just let me try. Let's just walk up to one, see what happens.
I guess you're welcome to.
I walk up to this thing like a few feet from it, slowly.
Okay. As you approach it, roll a perception check for me.
Oh, great. Perception. Do I still have the guidance?
Well, I can. Well, no, because I wouldn't know that you needed it. As you're approaching it.
Yeah, does it last?
No, it's a one-time. I have to do it every time.
Okay. I rolled a 6.
Okay. As you get closer, it just looks like there is a floating skeleton, but it does not move or react.
Okay. And it's just floating.
It appears to you that it is just floating.
Can I do a perception check from? I have to be closer, I guess, to do it. Like they humor him. I guess I'll approach to where Q is and also do a perception check.
So that same one on the south side?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
24.
Yeah, you notice that they're hung up with pegs and wire, which makes them look like they're floating, but they're actually attached to the walls behind them.
So I'm going to tell the group that. So I'm going to say go back to the double door. Low moaning sounds through here, or do we want to go back and go through the steps? And go down. Jordan, you look confused.
I can't. I feel like I just want to go kick the throne over again and make him come back and just start this. I don't know.
Maybe get hopefully somewhere safe, and let Q take a short rest, and then go
if we're gonna fight. Here's the only problem I have with immediately going and trying to engage Strahd is that there's who knows what else in this castle, and we haven't eliminated anything yet. That could potentially join him in a fight. Now, not that I want to spend the whole time in the castle fighting a whole bunch of things and using up all our spells. So I don't know what's best. I will freely admit what's the best route here.
I don't imagine we're going to find some magic weapon that's going to just make this a whole lot easier at any point here.
Yeah,
true.
Well, I think Jimbe's already got it.
Yeah,
yeah. In which case, I don't know.
Okay, yeah. I'd say why mess with the low moaning sound? And he went down to the floor, so we can go down go back and go down the stairs.
Well, first, I'm going to cast Animate Dead on the skeleton.
Why are you wasting a spell?
For backup.
Well, we don't know when you're going to find him. How long does that last?
24 hours. We're good.
Okay.
So the spell creates an undead servant. I choose a pile of bones or a corpse of a medium or small humanoid within range, like a skeleton. And it imbues the target with a foul mimicry of life, raising it as an undead creature The target becomes a skeleton if you choose bones, or a zombie if you choose a corpse. The DM has the creature's game statistics. On each of your turns, you can use a bonus action to mentally command him to do anything as long as he's within 60 feet of me. Blah, 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 blah. The creature is under your control for 24 hours, after which it stops obeying any command you give it. To maintain control over the creature for another 24 hours, I have to cast the spell again. So basically, we have a skeleton body now.
Okay, so you cast it, and the skeleton animates, and it kind of like struggles to get free of the wall, but just kind of is flailing in the air.
Jack Skellington.
So I guess one of us needs to go over and cut it down. So, grow.
I'll go cut it down.
Okay.
How do you try to do that?
Hand axe. So it's a
To-
little bit more.
To what part?
Well, I thought you said there was like some pins and.
Yeah, there's like a large wooden peg that is
Yeah.
on its back.
Oh, I was
Yeah.
gonna have you like just try to pull it down because it was on a peg. Sorry.
Well, I'll try that first.
It is tied to the peg with strong wire.
Okay. Well, I'll chop the peg,
Okay.
the hand axe.
Make an attack roll on the peg. And just to let you know, you don't have much room for error.
Yep. So 13. 20.
That'll hit that'll hit the peg.
And let me get. And 10 damage.
All right, that would probably do it. The skeleton drops to the floor and kind of gains his footing and is ready to fight alongside you. And here, I'm going to put this in the private chat. There are a link to the stats of a skeleton.
Okay.
Which, by the way, has 13 hit points.
Okay.
Sweet.
I guess it's 13 hit points. It won't be at us, I guess. Maybe, potentially. But
And I kissed him
down, so
Susan.
Susan the skeleton.
Susan the skeleton. There you go. All right, so are we going to go back and go down the steps? Or are we going to go through this door toward the moaning sound?
Well, Jordan had suggested tipping the throne over again.
Or have Crow go tip the throne over again and see if he comes back.
I'm trying to quell my patience enough to allow that Q clearly is not prepared for such an encounter.
Why don't we open the double doors and get Susan to go in first? See what happens.
Well, the problem
Well,
is he seems intent on using all his spells, whether we need him to or not. So, I'm not sure he's ever going to be ready.
I'm good to go when I'm ready. You know, that
I'm
was
good to go when I'm ready.
Ready.
I mean, it's not going to make a difference. One spell. I'm. Yeah.
How many spells were you going to get back from a short rest?
4.
Okay. And how many spell slots do you have left?
Left?
Yeah.
5.
Oh, so you're not completely out.
No.
Well, then, yeah. All right.
Anyway, are we going in the doors here or what? What are we doing?
I don't know. Are we just gonna try to tell Strahd we could probably don't have to knock the throne over. We could probably somebody could just yell, "We've made our decision," and we could he would come back. The question is, do we want to fight him now or not, or do we want to try to eliminate some of the other?
We need to be
In the
ready as we can be.
That's my only question is if we try to fight him now, he's going to probably call on other servants that we're gonna have to fight, or do we want to try to?
Why-
Do you think we can clear this dungeon?
I don't
Okay.
know. I don't know what the.
Here's an idea, and this is just my idea. Let's go into the moaning sounds, see what's in there, clear it, go up these steps in the throne room, see what's in there, clear it, and then
Okay. I like
fight
this
from
plan.
there.
All right.
That way, this floor is cleared. Unless we want to go back in and also kill the accountant and have him pull the rope. And
Well, if we
Yeah,
can,
that would be a
see what it
good way.
sounds.
That'd be a quick way to probably get somebody there. Would be that let him pull the rope. But all right. So are we going through the double doors?
Sounds like it.
All right. I open the double.
Susan in first.
We open the double door and have Susan at the front.
Okay. This 20-foot high hall has dark vaulted ceilings draped with cobwebs. A low moan seems to travel the length of the corridor as it rises and falls, intoning sadness and despair. And there you go. Boop.
So, but we don't see anything.
Do not see anything. It just seems to be a long, empty hallway.
Is there double doors at the other end? Is that what I'm doing?
Yep.
All right. Can I do before I enter? Do a perception? Would it be perception to try to see if I can understand what what's causing the moaning sound, or would it be
investigation.
investigation? What's the best?
Let me. If it's investigation, let me.
Yeah. I mean, if you are walking in the room with intention of trying to find something, it would be investigation.
Well, I was just gonna like standing at this inn, see if I could that's why I was thinking perception, to perceive anything that might be the source of the moaning sound.
Okay.
All right. 21.
Yeah, you do not see anything in the room as far as you can tell. It is simply the wind.
Where would the wind be coming from in this hall? Is there a gap or something?
Why don't you make another perception check on the ceiling?
Wouldn't that be looking for something? So investigation.
No, this says specifically perception.
Oh well. Okay.
22.
Okay. You don't spot any holes or anything, but you do see some pulleys and rope that run the full length of the corridor.
Pulleys and rope. What would it? But I don't have a clue of what they are for, I guess.
No.
What would I need to to see if I had an understanding of what I was looking at? Would that go ahead?
They're up by the ceiling, so they're about 20 feet up. So
So I can't really
you can't really get hands on.
So we can't really investigate. Now that I see them, and I was just trying to think if there was some other kind of role I could do to try to understand what I was looking at, what I could see.
And they seem to be for some sort of mechanism.
Can I investigate it by looking and observing?
No, you would need to go up there and physically touch them.
How tall is Susan?
Normal human height, 5'8", 5'9", 5'10", somewhere around there.
So if I stand on top of Susan, I'm still not going to be able to reach to investigate.
Yeah, well, because
You're
you're
looking about halfway.
Because you're tiny. So yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to tell them that I see some kind of ropes and pulleys, something, or some kind of mechanism in this room. Do we want to? Do we think there's maybe some sort of trap on the floor or something that these are gonna that if we
I think
walk?
there's something somewhere.
There's something in this room. That's what I was gonna say. Do we want?
Oh, John,
Susan.
clear it. It's clear. So let's go up the stairs like the Crow Man said.
Well, there's obviously a door at the other end, so there's more to this floor. Like, do we want to try to go down this hallway and risk whatever?
Ever since Susan down the hallway.
How long is the hallway?
There you go.
Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70 feet.
Okay.
So Susan can get almost to the end under your control.
Up to 15 feet, I follow Susan a bit behind. And then at that point, I send Susan down to the end to see what happens. Obviously, if something starts happening, I back up.
Okay. Yeah, when Susan gets to about the halfway point, you hear a scraping sound of stone against stone, followed by the squeaking of a bat. In the direction of the noise, you see a fanged visage, outstretched claws, and flapping black cape of a vampire bearing down on you from above. A deep, throaty chuckle fills the hall, and everyone please roll initiative. Susan will act with you. Big Will.
I rolled a nat 20.
Oh, okay.
I rolled a 12.
Jinbei,
18.
Crow,
16.
and Gesh.
14.
Okay. Big Will, you're going to be up first.
Well, technically it'd be Susan, and he is, yes, it is a he named Susan.
Using spec powers. Susan Spec.
He is going to use his short sword
Boy
to
named Susan.
try and attack the thing. Let's see, that is a melee weapon attack, +4 to hit. Okay.
It is 10 feet above you.
Oh, it's 10 feet? Well, then
So
he'll
you-
need to use his short bow. Okay, so ranged weapon, let's see, a short bow's what, a D6?
For the damage, it is a D6 plus 2.
No, well, I got to roll a hit, don't I?
D20
Yeah, that'd be a 12 plus whatever his plus is.
plus 4.
So that'd be a 16.
Okay. Yes, that hits.
Okay, so it's 1d6 plus
Plus
2
2.
piercing.
Yep.
So that'd be 8.
Okay.
I just got paid.
Someone sold something. Okay. Your turn.
Okay, let me get back to the. All right, so I am going to do chill touch.
It's still
Can't
up in the air.
touch it.
Actually, you don't with chill touch. It's a,
Oh,
it's a different name. It's 120 feet range.
Okay.
Well, I'm backing up to the rest of the guys as I cast this.
Okay.
You create a ghostly skeletal hand in the space of a creature within range. I got to make a ranged spell attack, so that'll be Mother of Pearl. Natural 1.
Okay. Yeah, you miss good. So
Okay.
next up is going to be Jinbei.
All right, so this thing is still like 10 feet above us.
Yeah, it's kind of like flying back and forth over your heads.
Like, does it? It's flying, but it's not making any attempt to come down to us.
I mean, it's not its turn yet.
Okay, well, I'm going to ignite the sun sword.
Okay.
Since it looks like it was some kind of vampire creature. And then using my bonus, if I use my bonus action to like ignite the blade, can I then hold my action?
Sure.
Okay, so I'm gonna ignite the blade.
And what does that do?
It
Create
short blows
sunlight.
the bright light of
No,
sunlight.
I know what the sword does. I'm asking, what does it do to the creature? Does that do anything? Because that's radiant light, sunlight of 15 feet.
It does not seem to have any effect on it.
And then if I do a check, is that like, can I do that as part of my and still hold my turn?
What are you trying to do?
I'm just going to be like a perception check of this creature that's floating over us, whether or not I think it's actually a real thing or some kind of mechanical trick.
Sure. I mean, you can, roll perception, and I'll let you know because I mean that's not really like taking time or doing anything. You're just looking.
Yeah. 22.
Yeah. From this distance, it appears to be a vampire, but it does not seem to be moving in. It seems to be moving in a very structured movement.
Okay. Then I'm gonna like have the sword ready, but hold my action.
Okay. Crow.
I'll just ready an attack and stand around with everybody else.
All right. Gesh.
Can I cast web? I'm not sure if I can cast it around the area that he's at, or maybe down below, so that when he comes down, eventually he'll be stuck in it.
I mean, you can cast it anywhere where it has a place to stick. So if you want to cast it on the ceiling to trap him up there, or if you want to do it prematurely to have him kind of block off a part of the room.
Okay. If I try to cast it where he's at now, will he have a reaction? Like, can he like dodge it or something, or is he just like, okay, well now I'm stuck in it?
If you cast it like on him, what do you? Is it their? It reduces their movement, right?
Yeah. Well, I think they just get stuck in it. And it's flammable. I'm not sure how big it is. Let me look up the spell real quick. I'm really
The
close.
web fills a 20-foot cube from the point for the duration, the point that you decide within range, which is 60 feet. The webs are difficult terrain. If they aren't anchored between two solid masses or layered across a floor, wall, or ceiling, it collapses on itself. It ends at the start of your next turn. They are layered over a flat surface, have a depth of 5 feet. Each creature that starts its turn in the webs or enters them during its turn must make a dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, the creature is restrained as long as it remains in the webs or until it breaks free. A creature restrained by the webs can use its actions to make a strength check against your spell save DC. If it succeeds, it is no longer restrained, and yes, they are flammable.
So I guess the question is if there's walls where he's at up in the air.
Yeah. So I mean, you can. The hallway is just wide enough that you'd be able to use the web, and then he'd have to make a dexterity saving throw to try to avoid being restrained.
Okay, let's try that out.
All right.
And I did tell the group that I perceived that he seemed to be moving in a pattern and not in a. That this may or may not be a real thing.
I rolled an 18 for a dexterity saving throw against your spell save DC. I assume that's. Oh no! Wait a second. Is it for that or?
Probably saved. That sounds
Yes,
pretty high.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure you saved. Okay.
But I mean, it's still there. If it tries to go back in it, it's going to have to make another check.
Okay.
Jordan.
This thing has a slower reaction than me?
Yeah.
Jeez. It's just still swinging back and forth up there, basically.
Yeah.
And nothing else in the room is moving?
Nothing else in the room is moved now.
None of those ropes along the hallway or anything?
Well, they were up on the ceiling.
They were up on the ceiling.
On the ceiling. Okay.
And I guess I did a perception on him. I didn't do a perception on the mechanism I'd observed before. That was dumb.
Yeah, can I do a perception check on the ropes and the things I'm seeing?
Sure.
I don't understand what I almost feel like this is a mannequin or something. Yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of what
Perception, there we go. 13. Not very good.
I mean, it's good enough that you can see that the ropes are moving now.
That's all. I can't see how they're connected or what they're doing. Okay.
No, but they are moving back and forth.
Yeah, I guess I'll hold my action and back, up where everybody is, right by the double doors, right?
Yeah.
All right. The vampire is up next, and he just keeps flying back and forth, and so he enters the web again and rolled a 4, so it is restrained in the web.
So okay.
Nice.
Now everyone who held their action, starting with Jimbei, gets to go.
So now that it appears to be restrained in the web, I'm going to move forward to see if I can do another perception check and see if I can see ropes or anything attached to the vampire that was like causing it to swing, and basically just see if this is real or some kind of like mechanism is what I'm trying to figure out. Well, in that time, my luck ran out on the perception checks. A 6.
Okay, yeah, you don't see diddly squat.
You perceive as well as I do.
I've been doing really good. So I'm gonna move, like, even though I didn't do a perception check, I'm just gonna like move into the room a little ways, like where I'm, like, how far into the room is it restrained? Up higher?
I don't know, Gesh, where did you want to put it? Like, at what point? Because it's kind of arbitrary what point he was at when you cast it.
Okay.
So was this moving the whole length of the hall, or just like back and forth above us, or what was it doing?
It can go pretty wide. Like it needs walls and able to stand as a structure.
It's a 20 foot.
Yeah, it's a 20-foot cube.
So
that'd
just
be
kind of like if you quarter the room, you could put it in any quarter.
I don't know where I guess that's what I wanted to know beforehand before I cast it. It was like where about was he at? Like, should I cast it on him, or was I supposed to cast it like where I think he would appear next? You know.
I mean, it doesn't really matter that much. We can just say it's like roughly in the middle.
Okay. Is it Jimbei's turn? Or what are you trying to decide?
I move forward to like just short of it, and to see if it even like reacts to me, or like, even though it's restrained in the web, like turns its head to me or anything. But it's up in the air. I'm not gonna waste a spell trying to attack it. I'm just gonna keep the sword ready, and I guess I'll let my turn expire.
Okay. Crow.
Okay, I am going to light a torch and walk up to the webbing and set it on fire.
Okay.
Nice.
I guess I could have done that. I didn't think about it. I had Sacred Flame.
The fire burns away in 1 round, dealing 2d4 fire damage. Okay, so you can roll the 2d4.
Okay. Five.
Okay. Yeah, the web burns away, and the vampire catches on fire. His robes ignite, and it falls to the floor, where you can see that it is a mannequin.
Fire! 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 Fire!
Okay, I snap my fingers and prestidigitation the small fire out.
What?
I put out the fire.
Why though?
With what? Prestidigitation only makes fake things.
Prestidigitation, I can instantly light or snuff out a candle, torch, or small campfire.
Okay. Then sure, you put out the fire on the thing.
On the mannequin for no reason.
Well, it's a fire.
Well, it's a cantrip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shoot. All right.
Okay. Yeah.
I would
so
like to investigate the mannequin.
Okay, go for it.
21.
It's a mannequin.
I figured, but just in case.
It appeared in the movie Mannequin 1 and 2.
Yeah. It is a wooden mannequin that has that is it looks kind of masterfully made to really appear like a true vampire. So it's not just like a wooden doll. It is, it's much more realistic than that, but it is just a mannequin.
Nice.
All right, fellas, I think we should try in this hallway. There's only one entrance on either side. Why don't we try to take a short rest, and we can use Susan as our guard?
Again, none of the rest of us have used any spells or anything yet.
Why don't we see what's in that other room?
Yeah, let's go another room.
We only have one
All
entrance.
right, Susan.
Well, we're all full health and full spells except for you because you keep using them for no reason.
Prestidigitation's a cantrip.
True, but also you use spells and we're all like good. And
Yes, like Susan. So
we've been warned every single time we're going to take a rest, we're going to get attacked. So we don't want to take a rest because we're going to get attacked. And unless we all need them, then we'll take that risk. But like, it's not worth it for one person. So stop using them. Stop using spells.
Send Susan in. Open the door.
All right. So yeah, we can proceed on down the hallway. Let's see what they're trying to. Strahd's trying to scare people from going down this hallway.
A sculpted stone railing encloses this long balcony, which overlooks Ravenloft's chapel. 2 ornate thrones stand side by side in the center of the balcony, covered with dust and strung with cobwebs. The thrones face away from the double doors that give access to the balcony.
Okay.
And let me show you. And there is a stairwell.
Did you tell us what these are?
Those are 2 thrones.
Oh, thrones. Okay.
Yeah. There are more thrones. Kind of tempted to.
All right, so we're looking at so if we step forward, so we can see the chapel or not, like from where we're at.
From where you are, not really, but I mean, if you walked up to the edge, you could look down into it.
Yeah. Okay, so. So we can see that there's that we're on this balcony. We can see kind of down that the balcony extends in both directions. I'm just trying to see what all we can see here from where we're at. All right, I'm gonna step forward toward the thrones and see if I can see kind of a little more.
So do you walk all the way to the edge?
No, I'm gonna stop behind the throne, right in there.
Okay.
Wait, edge. This is a balcony?
Yeah.
This is the balcony that looks over the. So you can probably see from where you're standing the back of. So
Well, I was wanting to see what I could see to either side.
you can see the altar, and you can probably see down this way, like maybe that much. And that. How about that?
Well, and can I not see anything else on the balcony, or is it just
Well,
the edge of the balcony? I just can't see the railing because of
how can he see this and none of this?
Well,
Because of the railing and stuff. And the
because he's back, so it's 50 feet down. So
Okay.
think about the angles you're looking at. You wouldn't be able to see.
Well, I was mainly trying to see if there was more to the balcony than what we were seeing because the edges are covered, but they're just the edge of the balcony is just beyond what we can see right there. Is what you're telling me.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to initially see. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right, and nothing happened when I walked up behind the thrones.
I mean, how close are you to the thrones?
I'm right in the middle. What would be the middle of that hallway? I don't know how far that is. Right there.
No.
What happens if he gets closer?
So I take another step.
Okay. So you take another step towards the throne, and when you do, you notice that both thrones have what look like zombies sitting in them, and they turn and each attack you.
Susan, defend!
So
So
roll
does every-
initiative, I guess. Is that-
No, they get a surprise attack on you.
okay.
One is definitely going to miss. The other one critted
Oh,
with their first attack.
Oh, geez.
I get multiple attacks. Okay.
Yes, they do. They attack 3 times, in fact.
All right.
So the first one that
so
critted,
about those
so the first one that was a crit deals 5 piercing damage,
Okay.
and then sorry, that would be doubled. So 9 piercing damage. I'm sorry.
Okay. Can I use a reaction on that or not?
Sure.
Okay. So creature 5 feet hits you with an attack. You can use a reaction to cause the creature to make a dex saving throw, or it takes 2d8 lightning or thunder damage.
Okay. What's the thing's dex? Not great. It's a 10. It's not going to do it.
No, that will not save. So I'll roll the 2d8. So it's going to take 10 damage.
Okay.
And I took 9.
It took 9. And luckily, all of the rest of their attacks missed. So now we can roll initiative.
Natural
Jordan.
20.
Yes.
9.
17.
Actually, really don't want to go first. I should have lied about that.
Dirty 20.
22.
Oh, well, there you go. You don't have to go first.
9.
Well, he rolled a 20. He probably has his initiative on
What's
top
your-
of that.
What's your dex?
Hold on. Well, doesn't Gesh put his
Right,
bonus?
yeah, I
Right?
don't think he didn't use to add his dexterity, right?
Well, I would assume a natural 20 just means you're going first, right?
Gesh, what's your dexterity? Your plus
My dexterity is +2.
2. Okay.
So he's
So,
tied
yeah.
me.
And your dexterity, you didn't roll a 20, right, John?
No, I did not. I rolled a
Okay.
19.
So Gesh is going to go first. And then, all right, go ahead.
What am I up against? I'm sorry. I was dealing with my pug whose hind legs are going out.
Oh,
2
Two
zombies.
zombies,
there's
zombies.
2 zombies.
2 zombies.
and they're
Zombie.
attacking. They're attacking Djembe, and
Okay.
they're sitting in the thrones.
Yeah.
Zombie.
But they've gotten out of those thrones.
Okay. Can I use Firebolt? A cantrip that is 2d10s.
You certainly can roll an attack.
Okay.
Are you gonna? Are you hitting the one that is already damaged?
Yes.
Okay,
I rolled a 19.
that'll hit.
Okay, let me find my 10. Okay. I got a 4 and a 6. 10.
All right, Jordan.
Sorry, I'm muted. I hit the same one with a couple of Eldritch Blasts there.
Yep.
Let's see. 17
That'll
hits,
hit.
and then the other one, 14.
That'll hit.
Okay, so 2 hits. Let's see here. 10 plus 4. The first one does 10, and the second one does 12.
Okay.
And then they push back 10 feet, but I don't know if I can't probably knock them off the balcony or anything.
Well, you knock its head clean off with the second bolt, and
There you
it
go.
tumbles back over the balcony.
There you go.
Next up would be Crow.
Okay. After seeing that, I'm not gonna go into a rage or anything and waste that right now. But I am going to go up and just attack him with Great Weapons Master.
Yep.
And 18.
Yes, sir.
And 17 on damage.
Okay. Yep. So before you take your next attack, you have to do something here.
Okay.
When you do that, you chop one of its arms off.
Okay. I was looking to see if I
All right.
my second attack if I wasn't in a rage. Extra attack. Yeah. Yeah, it's independent of rage. So, well, that'd be over 20 with my bonuses.
Yep.
Wrong die. It's like, how did I get a 15 on a D12?
Special D12.
22.
Yeah. Okay. You chop its head clean off, and it dies too. You're too damn powerful. I was about to have fun with that. But yeah, they both seem to be deceased.
Okay, so I guess go on, edge up, and look out over the balcony.
Okay.
Get underwater.
No, it's just I think it's supposed to be. I mean, maybe it is.
Up or down.
Actually, I haven't read the
Misty.
description of it yet.
Okay.
Alex, can I ask you a question? Alex, sorry.
Yeah.
So I'm just reading about temporary hit points. It says, unless a feature that grants you temporary hit points has a duration, they last until they're depleted or you finish a long rest.
Yeah.
So basically what it's saying is I have the Dark One's Blessing, which means whenever I reduce an enemy to 0, I gain a certain number of temporary hit points. Does that mean I just keep having them added on to my regular hit points until I take a long rest?
No, because it doesn't affect your maximum hit points, correct? It just gives you additional hit points.
Well, it doesn't say, and I went to the reading of the temporary hit points thing, and it says because temporary hit points are separate from your actual hit points, they can exceed your hit point maximum.
Oh, okay. So basically,
they just get depleted first when I get
depleted
eventually
first,
hurt.
and then you can't heal them back.
Right, exactly.
It acts as just like a little shield, almost like armor.
Right. So, but it means that I have those hit points until I take a long rest.
Correct.
Okay, I'm just making sure I'm because I just killed that guy and gained the hit points. I want to make sure I'm using my math correctly.
How many you get?
I get 12 every time I reduce somebody to 0.
Nice.
Wow.
Okay, so I will read you the description of what you can see the chapel beneath. Dim colored light filters through tall, broken, and boarded up windows of stained glass, illuminating the ancient chapel of Ravenloft. A few bats flutter about near the top of the 90-foot-high domed ceiling. A balcony runs the length of the west wall, 50 feet above the floor. In the center of the balcony, 2 dark shapes are slumped in tall chairs. Well, not anymore. Benches coated with centuries of dust lie about the floor in a jumbled disarray. Beyond this debris, lit by a piercing shaft of light, an altar stands upon a stone platform. The sides of the altar are carved with bas reliefs of angelic figures entwined with grapevines. The light from above falls directly on a silver statuette. A cloaked figure is draped over the altar. A black mace lies on the floor near its feet.
What was the one? Wasn't there one of the?
Tarot card?
Yeah, one of the ladies things that we hadn't actually found yet. Something about a warrior or
I
something.
think we've used them all, actually.
Have we found them all? I was thinking
There was a swashbuckler, a skeleton of a warrior lying on a bed of stone with 2 gargoyles, but I think we did that up on the roof, right?
Okay.
Hold on.
We did the Sword of the Sunlight. We did the Traitor. We did the Raven Helper. We did the Mists with Esmeralda. So the Swashbuckler is the only one I didn't cross out. It said, knowledge of the ancient will help. I see a skeleton of a warrior lying on a bed of stone.
Don't think you found that one yet.
Oh, okay.
But this is not meant. That altar doesn't match that description. Okay.
Yeah. Besides, how you gonna get down?
Well, there's stairs right there.
Yeah, they go into the building.
Or maybe they go down to the chapel. You don't know where they go yet.
Are we going to find out where they go, or are we going to go back in here?
So is that the only doors or path other than the doors we came through? Off
Yeah, that's a wall and then a wall.
Okay.
Sometimes iCloud really pisses me off.
So do we want to go down these steps? Or do we want to go back to the
Yes, you have not found the swashbuckler yet.
Okay.
I assume those steps sort of go to the same place that the other steps did in the other end of the hallway. Eventually.
I don't know. Maybe they go down into the.
They
If we're on
could.
the balcony above the chapel, maybe they go down into the chapel. Is my point.
They
Or do
could.
we even want to go down there?
Why don't I just ask Susan to go look and then tell us what he sees?
Can he talk?
Yeah.
Okay.
Skeletons.
No, it can't.
No, skeletons understand all languages spoken
But they can't
in life,
speak.
but can't speak.
Yeah. Well, when we if I step over to the top of the stairs, what can I see? Like looking down, how much of the stairs can I actually see here? Where do they appear to go?
There. Okay.
Go down to just a little quick landing.
This staircase is made of old wood that strains underfoot, creaking and groaning.
Okay, then maybe not.
They go around like that.
Oh, so they're so it's going down into the chapel. That's what I was trying to see. Was just
And there's a cloaked person with a mace lying near them down there. That's the only thing person you can see.
On the altar.
Yeah.
But you don't see two gargoyles.
Yeah.
it doesn't appear to be our other thing. So we can. The steps sound appear not to be necessarily safe, and the question is, do we feel like we need to go down there, or do we want to go back the way we came?
Well, the altar does not interest Jordan for sure, but at the same time, he's
ready to rumble.
Yeah. He's just biding time at this point. Anybody else have a passion to go down there and poke around?
Nope.
And I haven't heard anything from Crow. He's not a thinker. He's just a doer.
Yeah.
How are
That's
you?
what I keep trying to remember myself that my character is, and not to think.
How are you on health there, Jimbei?
What? I'm sorry. What'd you say?
Health, boy, health.
Oh, I'm fine. Nine's not a big hit. I'm good. So yeah, let's. Then I guess we'll start back the way we came. If nobody's interested in going down there, I don't know that we have to go down there. So we'll go back to the end of the hall, through the first set of doors, and through the second set of doors.
Back to the throne room?
Yep.
Okay. Where are you going from there?
I guess. Is there any? There was windows on that one side. There wasn't any doors over there, was there? On the other side of the throne room?
No, there wasn't any doors.
I'm just trying to remember. It's just been a while. Yeah, there was nothing over there. Okay, so I guess we're going down.
Up the stairs.
We're going down the stairs?
Up.
Which way go? Or do they go up or down?
Wait, is this down and this up, or?
I think they both go down. Hold on.
Okay. Well, we're going let's do the stairs.
Well, yeah. Just do we want to go up or down? But yeah.
They lead. Both staircases lead down.
Then I guess we're going down.
Do they look like they go to the same place?
You can't tell from up here.
Okay.
I like the right.
All right.
So I say we have the skeleton or
Yeah.
what's your name go first.
Susan in the front, followed by Crow.
Well, we can also have what's her name go because he's not going to let anything bad happen to her.
Oh yeah, we'll keep Arena toward the front.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Arena.
So let's take this immediately back down to the main hall.
Scroll up. That's where you're coming out. Those stairs.
Oh, this
So it does not appear that the other stairs connect to this.
Well, are you all the way down? Or I didn't know how.
Well,
Slowly.
it's hard. This is all turned around. Is this the left staircase of the previous
That
view?
is the right staircase from upstairs.
And is this where we were? That's going down.
No,
That
we
is
were
the-
where you are in the black, and we're going down to that.
Oh, so we have two options then.
No,
This is
We can go down here or down here, right?
no. We are coming down those to the.
Yes. You are-
yeah.
Oh,
You
we're
are-
coming down these.
Yes.
you're coming down.
Yeah,
those.
the art doesn't help itself there. Okay.
So we're down to the little lane. We walk down to the little.
Let's look this way. Do we see the other stairs?
So this is what you see, and you can glimpse at the
Oh,
other
yeah,
stair
that- yeah.
there.
Okay.
And massive stairs rise to the landing 20 feet wide by 40 feet long. Stone arches support the ceiling covered with frescoes 20 feet overhead. The frescoes depict armored knights on horseback, their finer features faded beyond recognition. Dust floats in the air here. At the end of the south wall, staircases rise into darkness where you just came from.
So
Between the staircases are twin alcoves, each one containing a standing suit of armor covered with dark stains. Each suit of armor clutches a mace, the business end of which is shaped like a dragon's head. Words engraved on the arches above the suits of armor have been scratched out, which are here.
okay.
So we haven't gone through here.
As I say, do we want to do this, or do we want to try to go back up to
Well,
like?
I'd rather not backtrack all the way. Let's just right here.
I think that probably goes out to the
That is the first floor you came in.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this isn't the.
You have not gone in that room.
Yeah, that's what I'm
But
saying.
it would appears that heads toward the chapel that we just came from. But yeah.
Yeah.
But we can go down there.
Okay, so we go down here.
All right, so you're not doing anything on the landing. You're just going straight down.
Yep.
Was there
Alright.
well, just those little suits? Do we see? I mean, I guess.
Can Jordan detect magic on him?
No, there's no magic.
Okay.
Okay.
And we can't read what's written above them, so yeah. I guess
Okay.
we go here.
So you're going through those doors?
Susan is.
Okay. This grand hall is choked with dust and stretches into darkness ahead. Webs hang from the arched ceiling like drapes, and life-size statues of knights line the hallway on both sides, their eyes seeming to watch you. And it looks like this.
Okay, so that does appear to be headed toward the chapel. So we weren't going to the chapel anyway, so is there any reason to go down there?
Did you notice the eyes sort of following us?
Jordan, see if you can detect any magic off of these statues. I just want to make him do the little
It just makes me do the finger move. My jazz hands.
George jazz hands detecting magic.
Yes, there is a slight tinge of magic coming from each of the armors, but nothing like overwhelming. It's clearly like a simple spell.
I send. Well, should we send Susan down the hall?
You guys did not want to go to the chapel a minute ago down the steps. Do we?
I don't.
You don't know that that's where it goes.
It's directly below where we were just at.
So,
Okay.
I don't know, but I'd like to get somewhere where we could theoretically take a short rest.
well, in that
Maybe
case, we need to backtrack to
back
the
up.
other hall.
Well,
I would think the one above this.
we'll have Susan step down and see what happens, I guess. I mean, we could go down to the chapel. I don't know.
I mean,
I'd rather,
nowhere's going to be good to do it, but I'd like to find a
I'd rather do what Crow said.
halfway enclosed room. Only one entrance that we know of. Granted, he can come through the floors, but
Well, I don't know what room do you guys think that we've been in that you want to try to do that in?
This one?
Oh,
Which one? Oh, back there behind the thing?
With all the mirrors.
Are?
Yeah.
Yeah.
the one with all the mirrors.
Why not?
Well, we can do that.
And then maybe be here.
Well, I just say we stay in the room with the mirrors
Well, either way.
because he doesn't like them, apparently.
Okay.
But it's open to.
Whatever. I guess that's fine. Do we feel?
Okay. Yeah, we're going here then.
I mean, I guess what's the reason that we're doing the short rest now?
Because Jordan is anxious to fight Strahd, and so he wants to get the short rest over with.
Yeah, and so's Crow.
Okay. All right, then. Yep.
Figured if we can get a short rest out to help Q get back up, then we will, and get you, Jimbei, your hit points fully restored.
Yeah.
Well, you might as well roll once since we're taking a short rest.
All right. So, anything happen, or we just mosey right on in this room?
You never actually walked into the hallway, correct? Just sent Susan.
No.
Okay, then you make it straight in, and you find the secret door again, and walk into the mirror room.
All right. I guess then I would like to have Susan stand guard here.
Mhm.
And I guess we all try to take a short rest.
All right.
Well, I'm not going to. I don't need to.
Okay, well then I guess
I'll just
you can
sort
be
of stand
buddies
guard
with
too.
Susan.
Me and
I can't
Susan
remember what's the deal with the short rest. You can get
If you need health or spell slots, it'll be useful.
Yeah.
But if you don't need either
So-
one, then you're fine.
The health is the number of hit dice by times your level that you can roll up to, and the spell slots are basically you use your level number and subtract whatever level spell slot you want to gain back. So if you're level 9 and you want to get a 4th level spell slot, you then have 5 more spell slot levels to gain back. Does that make sense?
So I don't even need all of them to get all my spell slots back then. Okay.
I think the wizard's different. I get
Is it?
half my level spell slots back. So I'm level 8, so I get 4
Only half
slots.
of your level?
Yeah.
I think it's different per class, but I don't know what.
Is it? Let me see.
For me, I know that's what it is for me. I'm looking.
Short rest.
So I thought some didn't get back anything, but I may be.
Yeah,
totally
like,
wrong on that. I normally don't play a
Yeah. I'm the only one that gets that. It's like the sorcerer or warlock. I forget which one gets it at level 20. I have it from the start.
Okay. Depends on your class. Wizards, land druids, and warlocks recover spells on a short rest. The first two only recover some. Everyone else follows the standard rules since the classes don't have explicit exceptions.
Okay,
Yeah.
so the standard rules is what Alex said then.
So before we do any of our figuring, I guess we should make sure, do we make it through the hour? Like, do we get it?
Hold on a second. Doesn't say here.
I'm trying to find it. I don't even see anything about the short rest. My
Druids, bards, clerics, rangers, paladins, eldritch knights, arcane tricksters only get spells back on long rest.
okay,
Warlocks,
so I don't get
everything
spell slots
back.
back. I just get the hit.
Yeah.
the-
Hit points.
So once per day, when you finish a short rest, you can choose expended spell slots to recover. The spell slots can have a combined level that is equal to or less than half of your wizard level. So it is not a number of spell slots. It is based on your level and the level of spell slots. So
That would still be 4 then, right? Because that's half
You
my
can get-
level.
you can get 4 first level spell slots back. But if you want a higher level spell slot, that will cost that spell's level.
So if I wanted a 3rd level spell,
That would cost you 3 out of the 4.
huh? Oh, okay.
So is spell slots really not gonna? Is taking this rest really not gonna gain us anything? Is my question.
There you
It'll
go.
get me all my 3rd levels.
Okay.
No, get you 1 third level, right?
It would get you 1 third level and 1 first level,
Exactly.
or 2 second levels, or 1 fourth level. So I don't know what all you've used, but yeah.
Does that math make sense, Q?
No, I have to see it. I have to read it to understand it. Just,
I'll
Okay.
put,
sorry.
I'll
Apparently, I read it wrong the first time.
put it in the private chat.
But Jordan, if you've used any spells, it looks like you get them all back.
Well, that's the problem with a warlock, though. I only have 2 spell slots, so I'm very careful not to use them. So I have not
That's kind of
used
what I
my
figured.
spells.
I was just
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't. I'll go cantrip crazy on your ass, but I'd say
Are you level 8 or 9?
8.
Yeah, we're all level 8.
Yeah. So the spell slots have a combined level that is equal to less than half of your wizard level rounded up. So you have 4 levels worth of spell slots to recover.
So you can recover
You
a
get-
fourth level.
You can get 4 firsts, 2 seconds, a third and a first, a fourth, or 2 firsts and a second.
All right, I've got it. Okay, yeah. All right, I understand now.
Yeah, it's confusing the way it's written, but
Yeah, but if you have it in front of you, you can figure it out. Yeah, that's still useful to me.
I will say I will give you this information ahead of time that it is clever enough to hide in the mirror room that I will not have anything attack you if you'd like to take a short rest.
Okay.
I did something clever.
Yeah. Good job, Crow.
Okay.
So then I guess I'll recover my.
And I would give you a point of inspiration, but I think not getting attacked is enough of a bonus.
I would use my point of inspiration for not getting attacked if I could.
So Jordan, you're not really resting, right? Or are you?
Yeah, I don't need. I don't. There's nothing that would have benefit me.
So you're kind of pacing about a bit, seeming a bit anxious because you want to get the fight started. And your patron turns to you and he says, "Jordan, I have to admit, I lied to you a little bit, just a teensy bitsy little lie."
As if that's nothing I'm unused to or something.
Oh, don't be rude. I'm trying to help, Jordan.
to help me. You've basically played Puppet Master here. You've basically been playing with your action figures and got them into a little battle here.
But it is for your benefit, Jordan. Believe
For
me.
my benefit. What if I'm the testing dummy and you're prepping him for his future, rise to fame?
Here's the thing, Jordan. It was a very long time ago when I granted Strahd his powers, and I grow weary of him. He's such a big bully these days. He's always focused on one thing. He bores me. So, he's had his fun, and I wanted to maybe institute an heir for him to take over the castle in Barovia and whatnot. So, if that's something you maybe are interested in.
Okay. So
He's dying.
I'm good. I'm good.
I think I missed something good there.
That's not what I wanted to hear, Jordan. That's very disappointing, actually. To be honest, I thought you'd jump at the chance to get this lovely castle all to yourself.
Oh, with all of its trappings and all of its wonderful hooks in me and all of its little strings.
What strings? I mean,
Vampirism isn't a string?
No. Vampirism is not a requirement. It was just something we worked out. We could have our own little bargain, Jordan.
Oh, this is a negotiation.
Well, nothing in life is free. You should know that by now.
Oh, I know it better than most. So, okay. You've been pushing me around for this. You could have talked. Okay.
Listen, I'm very old. I've been around for forever.
You must be.
Here's the thing, Jordan. I get bored. Okay.
Exactly. How bored must you get? This is your entertainment, huh?
Well, it's pretty good. Believe me. When you get to be my age, you probably won't. But here's the thing, Jordan. I really want you to agree to this deal.
And what is the deal specifically?
You'll just, let me take you out for a little test drive now and again. I'm just having a corporeal form.
I want to know. Let's lay all the cards out on the table. You're saying you're going to take care of Strahd for us.
Well,
and I get this, and I get the castle when it's all said and done, and all the trappings within it.
And you're Lord of Barovia, yes.
And in return, you're saying on occasion.
On occasion.
Well, that's a really wonderfully ill-defined bargain.
It's like you lend your buddy your horse for a day or two.
Yeah, a day or two every other day, a day or two every millennia.
We'll work out the final points later, Jordan. But
sure, I know that's what say me.
Do we hate it at all?
I have made enough bargains with you to know that if there's no specificity, this is not a good plan.
After all I've done to help you over the years, Jordan, I'm beginning to think you maybe don't appreciate me.
If I could hear this conversation, I would say this is a good deal if we all survive and Strahd is dead. Let him take you for a drive, Jordan.
Yes, it's very helpful.
Because if I'm not appreciated, then I don't have to be here,
Cat's backing him up. He's like, "You're right."
What is it specifically you will help us to do? How are you going to help us?
Well, I can put it this way. Straud is kind of immortal at the moment, and I can help you figure out the way that you need to finalize him.
What about the rest of the group?
Oh, fuck them. I don't care. You do what you want with them. They're your business.
And Irina and any of them?
They can, I mean, you're the lord of the land. You get to choose.
And you every so often. Let's talk every so often.
Once in a while.
Once in a while is
Fine.
Excellent.
Excellent.
Because, you know, if you had said no, I was going to take away all of your powers. It was going to be a real kick in the nads.
At least then maybe I'd be able to die in peace.
Well,
Or
you
in
still might.
pieces. Yeah, that's fair.
And that's probably a good spot to stop for the evening.
that was unexpected.
Yes.
And that sounds like a really bad deal, but we'll see.
Well, it just depends on what he gets to do with the town. With the region.
Well, I think it was a bad deal no matter what. I don't think there was like
There was no good.
there
Yeah.
was no good deal there at all.
That's saw that. Well played, Kachun.
I'm trying to IP this, so that was my plan all along. I'm kidding. But come back next week when we maybe are going to have a showdown with Strahd and wrap this puppy up. We'll see.
Oh, yeah.
But in the meantime, thanks for playing. Thanks for everyone who hung out. Sorry that I didn't let Gesh play for the first 20 minutes or so.
I'm not.
But
Yeah. No one regrets a thing. It's
Would we have noticed? I mean, you can tell how much we noticed. I actually did notice he disappeared, and I just kept waiting for him to like pop back in. I didn't realize that he was because we can't see. I didn't realize he was actually back.
There was jokes made in the chat and in the private section.
Yeah.
like I said, I was on a different tab, so I wasn't seeing any of that. So
No,
as soon as I popped back over, I'm like, oh crap. Okay. Well, in the meantime, everyone have a great week. Stay safe and never turn your back on the vampire. Goodbye.